Okay, you boys ready?
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. What's good, people? Welcome back to another episode of the East of Stretford podcast. And today we have a special guest with us, Saeed Hussein. What's up, my man? How you doing?
Yeah, man, I'm brilliant. I'm buzzing. Thanks for having me on, guys. Good to see different fans all over the world. I'm very, very honoured to be part of your podcast and the match review. And thanks for having me on, guys. I can't express how much it's a deep honour for me to be on here.
Of course, brother. And we got Vishnu and Karthik still on. How you guys doing?
Good. Extremely happy. Thumping win yesterday. Glad to see Saeed as well in here. We love your show, man. We watch your stuff. We enjoy your fan cams. We enjoy your player ratings a lot. And it's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. You likewise as well.
Oh, thank you.
Let's get into it. We have had a good fucking past few games. We just, like Vishnu said, we just crushed Bournemouth 5-2. And, you know, the thing that I personally love most about that game is that we finally saw the guys with a little bit of bottle. We went down 1-0, and like you say, Maguire Beckenbauer got absolutely smashed. And
Not so Beckenbauer, though.
that wasn't very Beckenbauer. And then beat De Gea at the near post. But we ended up still coming back and rallying through it. You know, Saeed, just first off, what did you think about the game in general and how we're performing too right now?
I think the game was like a basketball match. Back and forth. Goals. For once in my kind of like recent memory, we're scoring goals for fun now. And, I don't remember United scoring this many goals since, I think when Mourinho came in, we were almost scoring like 4 goals a game. And we were talking about 4-0 FC and, everything was going so well. And, it was buzzing and it was great. Now it's a case of, in terms of when we go 1-0 down, we've got the Fab Five there now. And it's almost a case of, if you want to score, guys, don't worry. We can come back with another goal. Like, we've got goals in our team now. And I think that's absolutely brilliant because, you looked at the past, Van Gaal, Mourinho, it's been stifled, the goals, and you never knew when the goals were coming.
Yes.
You never knew. We never knew we had any creativity. And right now, we've got a team, we've got a front three who's all on form. The best front three in the league right now in terms of goals. And I can't be more happier now watching the game. I'm watching it. I'm being excited. Every minute, I'm like, every counter attack, I'm like, whoa, we're going ahead. We're going to score. There's going to be a chance. Like, how many shots on target did we have yesterday? I reckon there was a lot of shots on target. I can't remember the actual number, but we got off to a bad start. Don't get me wrong. Harry Beckenbauer wasn't Harrison Beckenbauer. I don't know what was going on. But what I like about United now is they've got the resilience now. They've got the resilience to say, you know what? No matter if we go down 1-0, we're going to come back again and we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, then the rest is history. But I think what happens now is Man United might not be as defensive as good. And I understand that you're not going to be a defensive. But if Man United can do what they've not done in the past is score goals and outscore teams, then you know what? Are we going to forget about the defense? We can't have it both ways. That's what's going to happen here. We can't have it both ways. We're going to have it one solidity at the back, and we don't concede as much. But then that means we don't attack as much, or we can have it so that you know what we can be more attackingly fluent, and we're going to concede the odd goal here and there. But apart from that, I'm buzzing. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, another 3 points, another convincing win.
Dude, it was honestly brilliant. And even when they scored, all of us, we did a live yesterday, and all of us were like, we're coming back. Like, we felt good. Karthik, dude,
sure. Yeah.
Your stream fucked up yesterday. Your game wasn't working. But what do you think about the game, though?
Dude, I had to go back and watch the highlights because I missed literally, I think, most of the goals in the match because my internet just kept screwing up every time we scored. Like, the timing was just fucking annoying. It was like a roller coaster of a night, though. Like, I was happy at the same time I was pissed off. So yeah, I mean, it was. I went and watched the game again, whatever I could, at least like the extended highlights. And dude, like that's it, dude. Like it's fun again to watch Manchester United football. I think that's what's key here too. Like I think with Mourinho and stuff, when Mourinho was there, I mean, we used to complain so much how boring our football used to be, but that's not the case anymore. And we can't say that now confidently. I think we kept having phases where we're like, okay, we're coming out of it, but we never, there was a lot of inconsistencies. But now we can see that we have a solid team, and there's so much fluidity amongst the players. I mean, it's fantastic, dude. It was beautiful to see that. Even after they scored the first goal, we did not panic. We knew that we were coming back. We were going to win this game. And again, in the second half, when they almost caught up again with the second goal, that was the next trigger. And that just sort of it just showed that we're not going to sit back anymore. I think that's fantastic. That's such a positive thing to see. So yeah, dude, I think brilliant game. Wow. Yeah.
Vishnu, your thoughts on the front three? How do you think they played? Another game where all three of them score.
Yeah, I was actually thrilled. More than anything, I was happy that Rashford got on the score sheet. It was important for him because he hadn't scored in the last 3 games, and he was always setting up other people as well with good assists. So I'm glad to see that he got on the score sheet as well. Yeah, we had 10 shots on target yesterday, which is remarkable. 72% possession of the ball, and in a game where we've trailed 1-0, I think that's a great setup that's a great showcase of what our club is right now and how they're playing. And their current form they're in. And it's also the 3rd match in a row that Ollie's played the same team. And I think this has not happened since August last year. So he's been experimenting with the team a lot. And he's very glad that in the end, this team, and we also, even before the restart, Said, you'd probably agree with me on this as well. When we saw the team, the lineup, we wanted Pogba and Bruno to start. We wanted Matic to be the holding midfielder. And we always wanted Mason Greenwood because he's got a little bit more skill on the ball at the moment than Dan James in that right wing corner. So I think that it was brilliant football, man. And Mason Greenwood is a pure talent, a little phenom.
Absolutely.
There's no I'm running out of superlatives to call him now.
Yeah. Yep.
Dude, Said, I want to get your point on this because we've been talking about this a lot and we're seeing this all over the news right now. Do we need Sancho? We have Mason Greenwood. We have Mason Greenwood.
Yeah, I think you know what, we all get a bit giddy and excited when we see natural talent, and we think, you know what, we kind of forget about everything else, and we're just almost so happy for Greenwood. I think that's the main thing here. Everyone is happy for Greenwood, and yes, but I just look at it in terms of what we're doing right now. And I think I did a podcast today, and we was talking about how we're only playing now a game every 5 days now, every 4 or 5 days. We've not got Europa League in here. We haven't got, the FA Cup. We haven't got certain things that are just happening in the season where you have a Sunday, Thursday, Sunday, Tuesday. Games coming thick and fast. I think you can prepare for these games. And I think that's why we needed Sancho, so that we have bolster our squad. Imagine having, Sancho one game and then Greenwood against, I don't know, on a Sunday at home where you expect to get 3 points. You can bring on Greenwood and say, Sancho, I'm resting for the Champions League night. You're going to play that game. I want you to be ready. And I think that's what's going to be key for me. I think this is not the biggest test for me in terms of Man United, where they're going to be. That's why we need more in-depth. That's why, and for me, I was always scratching my head about Ighalo, but I think the quality shown me we need Ighalo. We need, I think we need Dan James. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the biggest fan of Dan James, but I believe
we're not
squad
either.
for him in there.
Yes.
Yeah. But I think what's the key thing for me is that he's got to be a squad player, and I feel like there is a role for Dan James in the squad. When the game's getting tight and when we need a burst of energy, he could give us that. The game against Man City, I don't remember that, but I think that was a massive game for Dan James because he was the one that stretched the Man City defence. And when we play in a 3-5-2 formation, and he's part of that, I think he could be very, very valuable. So I think don't knock down James just yet, but I think everyone's got to play a role in this team. And Greenwood, yes, he's playing good right now, but let's see, we might not burn out, because there's a lot of times where players can get burned out. They have a bad game and then it's all a case of, oh, is he good enough? He's not good enough, is he? You know what I mean? He's another Danny Welbeck or something like that. So then we've got to relax at a minute, let him develop, let him excel. But also we need to know that it's a long season. Players they have a 5 games where they don't score a goal. So then you bring on your depth, then you bring on Sancho, James, and then you switch up like that. But he's doing well. He's not knocking us down. He's doing well. I'm thinking, wow, can he be even dropped out of this team right now?
He can't be dropped. Dude, we've been saying this the entire time. Like when Daniel James has been starting. And dude, to be honest, we shit on James quite a bit. We love him as a human, but
Yeah.
we think technically he's not there. Like there's sometimes where you just see him on the ball and you're like, yo, dude, what are you doing? But when Greenwood comes on, I've never seen him have a bad game, bro. Not even once have I seen him have a bad game. He's been a little distant at times, but the talent is so there. Like you can evidently see it. And Vishnu, what is your thought there, dude? Like, do we need Sancho? It looks like personal terms are agreed with Sancho. It just needs the fee to be done with Dortmund. What would you do?
Yeah, I think we talked about this in our earlier podcast as well, and I actually quite agree to what Saeed says. Honestly, we didn't really look at it this way, saying that Dan James could still be a valuable player just at the right time, and just how like Ole uses him, and the way Ole uses players has been quite remarkable to see. So I know that he's got a plan out there for Dan James, and even in the press conferences, he said that it's really harsh that we leave out Dan James every game nowadays, and it is for the best of the team. So I'm backing Ole for like doing the right thing, and he knows what's best. If he thinks Dan James is going to come on one week and do a great job like he did against City, then definitely, man. I think there is a role for him in the team. We do shit on him quite a lot, but maybe we'll tune it down. Maybe we'll see like what his performances are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like Greenwood has been spectacular, but I'm always thinking that I want him to have a bad game once, and then I want to see how he comes back the next game. I want to see like
I know what you mean.
what his reaction would be, and like how he'll take that loss, because the best players are going to be like that, and especially in the Premier League where it's a very tough contest, people are going to figure him out eventually, because Greenwood's current power is unpredictability. He's ambidextrous. He can score with both left and right. He does these like 4 to 6 step overs in like 3 seconds, which is ridiculous. And so like I'd love to see him actually have a bad day, and then let's see how he reacts to it. And that's what the making of a player is.
Yeah, agreed. But he's just, dude, every time I see him, I'm just like, this guy is so much quality. But moving on to the one probably negative point of the game when we kind of touched on it, and it may be something that we really need to look at next season. Kartik, dude, our defense, De Gea lets in a goal near post, and we've seen that quite a few times with him. Maguire gets absolutely megged, absolutely done for. I don't know what Wan-Bissaka was doing, just like chilling, watching the goal go in. And then Bailly, of course. I don't know what happened. It was just a very weird thing. What do you think about that, dude? Do we need to strengthen right now?
We definitely need to look at defensive reimbursements for sure, dude. But it's like it was embarrassing what happened. It was, I have to say, that was painful to watch. But dude, it's like Maguire has played every game this season. Like he's not had a minute. So I mean, at the end of the day, he's human. He's you tend to make mistakes. Even Van Dijk, the pedestal people put him on. I mean, he's a great defender, but he too made so many mistakes in the City game as well. So I guess they always have a one-off day. Maguire definitely needs. I mean, we definitely need help at the back for sure. Bailly coming on. Bailly, like we all know, is a little reckless. Like we saw what happened yesterday as well. But I think he didn't know how to react to Matic's ball too. He was kind of caught off guard. Dude, that was a bad ball from Matic. I think that's the only mistake.
Awful ball.
Awful. Like. But Matic has been quality for us. So again, dude, it was a one-off mistake. I can let go of it, but we definitely need to bring in another center back for sure. Maybe like a Koulibaly or someone would be great for us,
Yeah. Saeed, what would you do, bro? Like who would you bring in to reinforce that defense?
I think you got to look at the brother said then. I think Koulibaly makes sense. I kind of like I'm quite astonished. People are saying, "Oh, he's old. He's 29. He's slow. Is he what we need right now?" I'm absolutely laughing at that, because if you can give us 4 years at his highest level, which I believe defenders go up to about 33 before they kind of fall off and lose their pace or whatnot. I feel like Koulibaly can give us about 3 or 4 years of excellence. And I think Man United fans, we don't need to think 10 years. We don't need to think 15 years time. We need to think about how we're going to bridge the gap right now. And if Koulibaly can come alongside Maguire for the next 3 or 4 years, I feel like that would be a very, very. We could look at that partnership and go, wow, that could be like a Rio Ferdinand Vidic where, because Rio Ferdinand Vidic really had about 4 or 5 years of proper quality, like in terms of the highest peak. And if you can get Koulibaly and Maguire up there, ready for 3 or 4 years, and we can bridge the gap, get close to Liverpool City, maybe get, within second, third, and then hopefully maintain a title challenge or whatnot, maybe win a few cups. Then you can look at it and say, wow, that was a successful, very successful time, you know what I mean? I think I look at other defenders out there, Skriniar, is he a bit overrated? I don't know. Gimenez is looked at a bit, but I think Koulibaly makes sense for United. I think everyone else has flaws. I've watched Koulibaly. They've just won the Coppa Italia. You know what I mean? Very, very, very instrumental. They've got Barcelona coming up, so I want to watch him again against Barcelona in the Champions League. So Koulibaly makes sense. Whether we can take advantage of nothing and say, right, we've got 60 million here. Would you like Alexis Sanchez on offer with that one? Would you like Marcus Rojo? We've got Marcus Rojo, Juan Mata, Herrera,
Jesse Lingard.
Jesse Lingard, you know what I mean? You can have many players if you want, So I think Koulibaly and centre back is a must this summer. Yes, we could talk about Van der Beek. Yes, we could talk about Grealish. We could talk about Sancho. But that defense, oh man, we can't be bringing in Lindelof 1 week, another person 1 week. Then it's going to create chaos. So we need to sort it out. We definitely sort centre back out. A must.
Yeah, I agree. And Fergie, in his book, he always says that the center back pairing is the start of his team. So I'm pretty sure that Ollie, has the same line of thinking. And I want to stay with you, Saeed. Another big point of this game is that Rashford and Martial now both hit 20 in the game.
Yeah.
They have scored 20 goals in a season, and this is both their best scoring seasons. How big do you think Ollie has played a role in that? And how much have they improved over last year? It's honestly incredible to see.
Yeah, I think they've improved massively. And I feel like, now the system is working in terms of Bruno and Pogba, and now having to, they've got the creativity now. Bruno has almost become a kind of a lip, they're almost a savior now to give the balls into Martial. They can make the runs now. They've got the ability now to make the confidence to make the runs now. I never ever thought they felt that confidence to make a run, knowing that they will lose the ball and then they will go back and defend, and then hopefully, sometimes we concede and whatnot. So, especially for me, Martial has understood that role now. I feel like he's understood that sometimes you're not going to get the ball, and when you get a chance, you know what I mean? Now, whenever you ever see Martial do a top bin like that, that's just unbelievable.
Oh my God, it was beautiful.
You know what I mean? Beautiful. And Rashford now is becoming more, he's not played well, Rashford, this season in terms of since the restart. But what he's doing right now is, even if you don't play well, can you still make a difference? Can you get the assist? And he's doing that right now. He's getting assists. He's getting a goal here and there. If you can get a goal here and there and assist, and we're still winning, I don't care sometimes about your overall performance, because that will in turn come back, and then everything else will become a level playing field where we almost, he's developing his game even more. So I think Martial and Rashford are very, very good. I think they can get better. And you know what? That's good news for United fans. If they can get better, and if they can, that front three almost keep the pace and almost keep scoring, we're just going to win games, and it's going to be very, very interesting.
Yeah, I completely agree. Vishnu, dude, do you think we can compete for the title next year, or is that just is that a pipe dream?
I mean, if we're playing the way we are playing right now in every game, obviously it's going to be a hard. We're an unstoppable force at the moment. We've got 16 games unbeaten. Our front three are providing us with so many goals. They've scored a total of 56 goals and 19 assists this season. That's 5 goals more than Liverpool's top three.
Wow.
So that's telling you a lot. And if we've got the same guys who are constantly being provided by Bruno and Pogba, I see no reason why we shouldn't be able to compete with the likes of Man City and Liverpool. But at the same time, I think we do need to bring in some reinforcements, especially in the defense column, and maybe hopefully if we can seal Sancho, then first initially I think we all agree that it will take us at least 3 years to get to that stage. But I see there's a lot of progress being made since the restart as well, and even before we stopped. And I think we've used the halt really well to prep our teams really well. And I feel like it's becoming a squad that is the team to beat in the Premier League right now.
Yeah, I agree. And Karthik, I just want to say, dude, do you think we're gonna finish top 4 this year? We're on an absolute run. 16 games or 15 games unbeaten. We've been
Yep.
beautiful. Do you think we're going to finish top 4? Because Leicester won last night and Chelsea won as well. So what do you think is going to happen?
But the good thing is, I mean, we just need to ride on the momentum, bro. I mean, whatever we have right now, like however it's going, Ollie seems to be doing the right thing. The players seem to be having the right mentality. So, so far, even yesterday's game, the good thing is that after a long time, we actually capitalized on the last week when Chelsea and Leicester had a bad week. My biggest worry earlier used to be that every time Chelsea or any of the top 4 competing teams used to have a bad week, we never used to capitalize on that. We used to have a bad week ourselves, like it used to be, we used to just drop off and we could close the gap, within to the top 4. So yeah, dude, I mean, I'm really happy with the way we've been going so far. So we just kind of really need to ride on that momentum. We're 2 points behind Chelsea. Our goal difference is way better than theirs. Leicester, I think, has been very inconsistent and shaky. So it's not just the 4th position. I think we can even compete for the 3rd position. So I think it's up for grabs right now. So
Saeed, what do you think, man? Do you think we're going to finish top 4?
I think the key game will be Arsenal Leicester. I think if Arsenal can do us a favour, I think we'll be level on points with Leicester, and I think that's massive. I think we can go for top 3. I think Chelsea might just get top 3 for some reason. I don't know what it is. I just feel like they're more confident in terms of the ability just to win games and whatnot. But then again, you see it against West Ham. I believe we'll get top 4. It falls down to West Ham. Somebody's just telling me that plain sailing this Premier League. Like, is it what it seems like? You just win games after win game. Like the game against Chelsea, I did not see that coming. There's certain games in life where you think Barcelona. I watched Barcelona the other day. They're drawing to Celta Vigo. They're winning 2-0. They're drawing to Celta Vigo. It doesn't, like, for me, football is very, very, it's a strange game for me. And, I just hope we just take it game by game. We beat Aston Villa. Then I think we got Crystal Palace or something like that. I think we got something like that. Southampton, and Southampton's could be a tricky game. You just don't know in football. What happens on the day, you never know. But I just hope we've got confidence, and then hopefully we get into Leicester game. Imagine we go into Leicester game, it's a knockout game, and we beat Leicester, and then we get top 4.
That would be beautiful.
That would be the way to do it, bro. That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Chelsea have got a game against Liverpool as well in their second last fixture. And they're playing Wolves in their final game. So anything can happen in those 2 games as well. That's 6 points for them to win. And it's on them at the end of the day if they want that 3rd spot that desperately. So I think we're in there. I think we just need to keep going as we're going and just we'll focus on our game and let the others make mistakes. Then we'll get it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think that's a good place to wrap up, boys. Saeed, I want to say thank you so much for joining us today, dude.
Thanks
really appreciate it. It was awesome to have you on, bro.
No, I appreciate it. Thanks very much for guys for keep doing your hard work, keep being consistent, and yeah, man, it's good to see different fans around the world, and shout out to you, your podcast and whatnot, and yeah, man, just keep going, guys, keep smashing it, man, brilliant.
Will do, and we're gonna link your channel in the subscription box below. So if you guys go check it out, please do. He puts out some really good content. It's a lot of fun to watch his videos. I've been on that for the last 2 weeks nonstop. So everybody go check that out. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our podcast. We release new videos once or twice every week, and we do lives. And we have some really good stuff going on Instagram, so check us out there. But yeah, thanks again, everybody, for watching us. See you all in the next one.
Peace out, guys.